Hey everybody, it's Andrew and welcome back to Bunka no Kenkyu Revival of Queen Leia. Right from last we left off, I guess there were monkeys and fighting and Necronomicon? I don't know what's happening. I quickly got up and everyone else giggled. That's so funny. I checked the results of Ian's work on my right arm. Okay, so apparently that did happen. Apparently, after cleaning the wound, she bandaged it up too. No wonder I was feeling better so quickly. I must have put some of that herbs on it from Resident Evil. You alright? Still alive. Damn, girl. Girl with battle scars. Fuck. Okay, yeah, you're still my favorite. You're badass as hell. What about you, Chief? Ever better. Sophia turned in the direction. She pulled her pack onto her back. Hey, Senpai, earlier, was that Pinchak Silat? I still don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know. Yep. Where did you learn that? My homeland? Australia. Since when? Elementary school. I admired Senpai even more now. Besides for being savvy in ancient culture and history, she was good at martial arts too. God help the man who stands up on a date. God bless the man who she falls for on a date. Jesus. I see. Oh, I see. Wow, but Senpai, your cheek. I saw a wound on her cheek. It was a slash from before. Oh, hello. Don't mind that. I ran my hand over the... What's this fucking... What is this music? Oh, okay. I ran my hand over the wound. I wanted her blood on my fingers. And wiped the blood away as I passed over it. I'd taste it later when no one was looking. I'm clicking, you fucking... Eh? Bad touch. She looked surprised. And her face became red. So red. Why? Because you're smearing the blood all over it. Don't touch me. She slapped my hand away. Sorry, Sophia seemed annoyed. I wasn't trying to help. You don't just randomly reach out and touch a... Well, I'll accept fault either way, and so I bowed to her. Pardon me, Sophia Oh, wait a minute. He moved in close to touch her face, didn't she? And with the way the screen's doing the whole rushing forward serious thing, and the zany music, I have an idea of where this is going to go. Pardon me, Sophia-senpai. I just wanted to wipe away the blood in your cheek. Please forgive me. Never mind, Tets, I'm fine. Oh, never mind. I was half expecting Yadit to somehow faceplant her boobs, but okay. Seriously, what are you doing, Tetsuo? A cut won't be healed by wiping it. Not unless you're a white mage. Step away, let me treat Sophia-senpai's cut. Okay. Do you have a bandage, Kyoko? Kyoko cleaned the wound with water, then she took a bandage from her bag and placed it on Sophia's cheek. Was that it? Yeah, okay. What you know, ma'am? Mrs. May just stood in silence. Her face seemed blank and pale. Did the monkey incident send her into shock? Somehow I doubted it. What does the GPS and map say? No signal, Ayu senpai, but the location shouldn't be far now. We just need to go north. So we're still after the fucking Necronomicon pages. Yeah. The world ends and it's my fault. That almost sounds like a name for an anime. Like it's my fault the world's ending or something like that. I don't know. To the north. How's that, ma'am? Our history teacher still seemed dazed and just nodded very slowly. Yes, Ayu. Yes, to the north. The seven of us then continued our trek. Okay. A few meters later, I walked beside Mrs. Melani. Are you alright? This is just introducing us to all the potential waifus this game has to offer, isn't it? That's what I'm assuming. It's going through each of the female characters in turn, more or less. Maybe even the male character? I mean, sure, but... Sorry, the fucking, like, chill guitar just kind of drifting away. A soft field at night. Fireflies glittering against a star-studded sky. What the fuck am I doing? Yes, Tetsuo Kobayashi, thank you. I waited for her to continue, or explain something about the monkeys, but instead she just ignored the topic entirely. How's your wound? Fine. I mean, if I can go for the older lady as well, I mean, fuck, then it's a toss-up between the badass Australian and the older lady. Fucking... Jesus. Not much is said for that. We just continue to move our feet silently. I say older. That kind of almost sounds derogatory, but I don't mean it that way. I just mean it in senior in years. You just fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours later. I started to feel as if it was an endless trip, like we had gone too far down the rabbit hole and would never be getting out. Hang on, Tetsuo. Look at your sister. She was the last person to see the treasure, and she seems to know where she's going. It's a good sign. The treasure? I'm sorry, excuse me? What? Pardon me? I feel I've been denying critical need-to-know information. I nodded hesitantly. I know her very well. She's a strong memory indeed. She's also very good with directions, unlike me. So that's why you let her go first. Once again, I nodded. I walked in the front along with our chief of the CRC, Sophia Elfwine. In the second row, Ayu with her best friend Kyoko and Osamu, while at the last row, our academic advisor, Mrs. Melani, and the deputy of the CRC, me. She was very unimpressed. Suddenly, Mrs. Melani grabbed my hand. Tetsuo, can you help me with... Don't worry, ma'am. Tetsuo's still injured. I can help you with whatever you need. No, motherfucker, get off. Shoo. A chance. I don't want you. I want her. No thank you, Ayu. Denied. No thank you, Ayu. You just keep going. I'd rather have Tetsuo help. We'll catch up. Very well, ma'am. I signaled for Ayu to get the party to keep moving, then turned back to Mrs. Nailani. I want to say something, Tetsuo. I gazed upward. I just don't want your friends to know. Why? What is it, ma'am? I suspect the monkeys were affected by someone's magic spell. Oh, of course. Huh? Magic spell? Shh, keep your voice down. Listen, theoretically the monkeys shouldn't have the guts to attack a human group. No matter how wild they are, there's no chance normal monkeys would have attacked us like that. I'm not an animal behavioral specialist, so I can't really correct you, but I'm just gonna, skepticism. So maybe they've been hexed. By whom? I don't know yet. Found a wrong student, perhaps? What? It's the 21st century, man. How could they still be alive, much as active? Magic. They've mastered the Layak magic, remember? They've pledged their loyalty to Bethari Durga, and in return, they are granted some things that most people find unnatural. Like an unnaturally long lifespan. That was absurd, though, so I just jetted my teacher. I cannot prove my suspicions yet, but I'm very sure that that is what is causing all this. I still couldn't say a word. But you will not, I repeat, you will not tell your friends about this. Promise me. Sure, ma'am. Promise me, Tetsuo Kobayashi. Okay. I promise not to tell them, but why? If all you said is true, they have right to know, don't you think? Yes, but not now. Why is that? I'm just afraid they would be terrified and want to cancel this mission. You're afraid this would terrify them? What about me? I'm already scared out to death, to be honest. I'm counting on you, Tetsuo. Come on, let's get moving. Be a man! Transitions, yeah. A putrid stench filled the air, and each breath I took made me more nauseous than the last. It became hard to breathe, and with that smell choking the air, I instinctively reached for my throat to try and clear it. I felt my hair stand on end. Is it just me, or does anybody else smell that? Phew, yes. Kyoko pinched her nose closed. No, not just the smell, it's gotten colder and darker. Never mind, I'm just imagining things. No, I sense that too. you sense it's gotten colder and darker. If it's gotten colder, you could feel it, and if it's gotten darker, you can. Let's see. Well, okay, I guess technically, your sight and tactile sensation, well, just sensation generally, that is sensing thing. Those are elements of your senses. So yes, but generally when you say I sense that, that's not what you mean. But okay. Tetsuo, what does that smell though? It's like blood. Blood. Tetsuo raises his recently bloodied hand, is still caked in red. I inhaled the deep breath. Fuck. Cough, cough. Damn, she's right. It smelled like a meat packing factory in here. Maybe if all the meat had gone rancid. Click. It's so thick. That's, yeah, okay. And no, I'm not going there. Fuck it. Getting that hard. Someone. Kyoko grabbed her throat as if choking. Kyoko-chan. Kyoko. She's gone all squiggly-eyed. Shit. I tried to keep her from falling over while Mrs. Meilani supported Hyuko's body from behind. Me here, Osamu. Aye, senpai. Wait a minute, we got a problem. Kyoko. Her eyes are swirls. Oh no, it's too late. We laid Kyoko's body on the cold jungle floor, their head on Aya's lap. Aya pulled a small vial out of her pack. What's that? Eucalyptus oil. Here, Tetsuo, help me unbutton her shirt. Wait, what? Tetsuo, you son of a... Shh, keep your voice down. This is for Tetsuo, my special Tetsuo. She says she slowly strokes his hair. Fucking hell, what my brain is doing. The Osamu battered a bit and sat back down. You could just watch if you're so fucking... If you're that much of a goddamn lech, just look. You have eyes, dipshite. The Osamu pattered a bit and sat down on the ground while Ayu rubbed the oil into Kyoko's upper chest and neck. It didn't seem like he would do anything at first, but then after a few moments Kyoko came to. It looked like the aroma had some sort of medicinal property, and the strong stench helped mask the bloody smell that permeated this jungle. Better? Now this is going to lead into an interesting situation, isn't it? Yes, thank you. Ma'am, can we speak now? Mrs. May shrugged as if beckoning me to continue. Shouldn't we abort this mission? Is it really worth continuing? Each step we take is just one step further with any chance of getting rescued if something goes wrong. Kobayashi, you of all people, we were almost there. But man, the stench, Kyoko nearly choked. And those monkeys from Tetsuo. I guess I was stunned, both because she cut me off and because of the anger in her eyes. I wanted to tell the rest of the group. They had a right to know. They wouldn't believe me anyway, though. I couldn't explain this magic with as much conviction as Miss Meilani. And I did have my promise to her. Damn. What about monkeys, Tetsuo? Nothing, Ayu. He was just going to say that the monkeys we killed were the cause of the stench. But they didn't kill any monkeys, as I recall. Did you, senpai? Nope. You, Tetsuo? Osamu? I shook my head. Even if they're dead, it would take days for their bodies to decompose. Plus, there's no way the smell would have drifted so far away from their bodies in this thick of a jungle. No way, not here, ma'am. Miss Meilani looked down. Perhaps she just realized that her students were too smart to be fooled. I just thought, maybe there's a beast in these woods that slaughtered some monkeys around here. That's why we can smell the blood. All were silent. Oop. Okay, but if so, where are the bodies? How do I know? I don't know, and I don't want to. Just an idea. If the aroma's as sharp as this, how many do you think died? I don't know. Can we discuss something else? Yeah, dozens. The bodies must be decomposing rapidly for it to smell this bad. Oh dear God, it's only a theory, Sophie. You don't need to take it too seriously. This is life and death we're talking about, ma'am. This doesn't have anything to do with your theory. It has to do with the fact this entire jungle smells like a rotting corpse. You don't need a theory to figure that something has died here. Yes. The thousands sacrificed the Dark Lords. What the fuck? Oh. Knock it off, Sophie. You're scaring everyone. Thank you, Osamu. Kids, stop thinking so negatively. I warned all of you in school the jungle was dangerous and that unpleasant things could happen out here. But you all said you were ready, all of you. Sophia Senpai, Ayu, Osama, and I surely couldn't deny it. We all agreed to come out here, and that we were prepared to face whatever we found out here. Every one of us knew the risk when we started searching for the pages. Sorry about that. Every one of us knew the risk when we started searching for the pages of Daru's Necronomicon. We have to stop them from finding it. Okay. It sounds to me like you're trying to stop someone from finding the Necronomicon because you think it can actually be used to some dire effect. But then you're skeptical of magic, and you don't think you can convince your buddies that magic is somehow behind. Then what? Okay, never mind. Well, we need to face this together, each and every one of us. We're more than halfway there. It's past the point of no return. We have to find the last page, one last sheet. Can we stick to that plan? No one else seemed ready to counter our teacher's argument. Guess I don't have to do it. But don't you think looking at those ancient pages is like looking for a needle in a haystack? Tetsuo, this is a visual novel. We're anime characters. Of course we'll find it, okay? It's the fucking law. Tetsuo, what did I say about being negative? What did I say about thinking rationally? Okay. But what do we do? Do you have any ideas? Right now? Nothing. We wait until Kyoko's recovered, then we carry on. I'm better already, ma'am. All eyes were on Kyoko. This girl, my childhood friend in our small little village in Japan. I never thought we'd see each other again, let alone halfway across the world in Indonesia in the same school of all things. Don't push yourself, Kyoko. Kyoko held Ayu's hand as she sat herself up. I'm fine now, Ayu, really. But can I have that oil again? Ayu smiled as she took the bottle and opened it for Kyoko, who took a deep breath over the open bottle. Its name is Minyakayu that. It's not English. There you go. Yeah, even. Can I keep it? Sure, Kyoko. That one's yours now. Terimakasih? What? Oh, okay. Kyoko tried her best at speaking Indonesian before we set off hiking again. More fauna. And our hiking continued on, and on, and on. Nothing happened for almost an hour when... Serious lines. Whoa, what the hell? What the hell was that? I don't know, what was that? There's just dramatic music playing. All of us freeze in shock as the sun points, terrified, towards the tree line. What is it? See? What? The Sama's lips were trembling like he was about to say something. But nothing comprehensible was coming out. And my eyes followed towards the direction the Sama pointed. Oh. I saw a figure cloaked in the evening shadows. A woman? Alone in a jungle like this? You can't be serious. What the hell is that? If I need my question to be repeated, I could buy a parrot, Tetsuo. Oh. And she's red eyes. And a skull over her tits. Great. This bodes well. I ignored his snide comment as my eyes were fixed on her, and she was getting closer. As she stepped into the thin ray of sunlight that pierced the thick canopy, I could see her true form. Her true form. She has a slit throat. Dear God! But my heart skipped a beat. In front of me stood a woman with a traditional Balinese hairstyle wrapped in a yellow cloth, and on her neck a necklace of a small skull. And another kind of necklace as well. I didn't know whether it was from a monkey or a human baby. But the most horrible thing was her throat. There was a horizontal wound all around, from her throat to the nape of her neck, but the wound still looked fresh and dripped with dark red blood. The wound from a beheading. But how could she still be alive? Much less walking around. My stomach wrenched and I felt my heart beating so fast it could burst my chest. Oh please, oh please! Oni-chan! Show me some hallucination. Oh, not English. I trembled with fear. I didn't run though, I stayed. Not because I was brave, but because my ankles seemed to be shackled firmly on the ground. I closed my eyes, hoping this was just a bad dream. But when I opened them, the woman was still gazing at me, coldly, as if she made us freeze it with just a glance. The lady now looks very incensed, and is... yeah. She asked in a language I didn't understand. Maybe it's Balinese? I turned my head to Ayu, hoping she was going to translate it for us. But she wasn't paying attention to the woman. Her face was firmly buried into Kyoko's shoulder in fear. I glanced over and the rest of the group was standing even further behind me in stunned silence. Now, that made me the closest person to this woman thing. I swallowed and looked at her deathly pale face. You can see a light sheen of red on her lips. Maybe it was lipstick or blood. I was too nervous to guess either way. Excuse me, who are you, ma'am? There seems to be an issue with communication. Ayu, who had crept up behind me while still gripping Kyoko's hand, whispered the translation to me. She said, "This is my grove, where are you from, and why do you venture onto my land?" I swallowed again and didn't know what to say. Now she's very much angry and shouting. She warned us to go home, Tetsuo, while we're still alive. Okay, you could have come in earlier, bitch. Mrs. May said, "We are looking for the Necronomicon of Diodata book. We promised to leave in peace after..." She's not like that, is she? Or... I feel like I'm being ignored now. Mrs. May asked if she knows where we could find the pages we need? Yeah! You're all fucking retarded! The lady laughed, sickeningly, like the shriek of a hyena mixed with the anger of a baboon. It echoed throughout the whole forest. Her laughter grew louder and stranger. It pierced our ears like an ethereal spear, driving deeper into your mind. Our ears began to hurt and my muscles became tense. Okay, translation please. I'll give you two options. You can take the red pill now. Yeah, go home now, and I'll show you the fastest way. Charitable, I like that, at least you're fair. Or let me guess, die immediately. Or you continue this ridiculous quest and face my wrath. The wrath of Mahesa. Her name is Mahesa. Where did I hear that name? Mrs. Maylena exchanged a quick glance. Put your fucking nails away from me, bitch. Now choose humans. So what are you? Some kind of, like, spirit or deity? She called us human. What does that make her? Sophia put her hand on my shoulder as she came to line with me and Mrs. Maylani. What do you think, mate? What the fuck do you think? Okay. This has actually gone a little longer than I wanted to do. Not by too much, but anyway. This is a good point to actually end it on a cliffhanger. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode.